have been at the Canelo plant.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What is your opinion as Terence Crawford told Bob Arum on the stage that he no longer wanted to work with him because he couldn't get him to fight?
I think he's right. By the way, I think Bob's done a good job with Terence Crawford. Like, Terence has never been a huge star, incredible fighter. But I think Bob's done a great job. He got him undisputed at 140, moved him up to 47, but he's done all he can with him because he can't deliver him the fights. And when you get to that stage, sometimes you're better off shaking hands and saying, we're going our separate ways, But really, the only fight for Terence Crawford is Errol Spence. Any other fight, no one's going to be interested in. And Bob can't deliver that fight. And I can't deliver that fight. So people say to me, you're going to make an offer for Terence Crawford. Well, with what? He's not hitting the numbers that the purses justify. And at the same time, I can't deliver him the fight that he needs. So what's the point in me making him an offer?
Well, you seem like, out of anybody, that seems like right up your alley, even though you may not be able to. You wouldn't approach him or offer him?
No. I think he's an amazing fighter, but you're going to end up having to overpay for a poor fight.
What about Triple G and the guys that are on, and not to say they're not worth it, but initially the Zone was willing to 365 for Canelo.
But they were also, but Canelo's different. I mean, you've got talking about a guy that, if Porter Crawford did 130 and, he's doing 700-800, like, it's a massive difference.
Right.
But also, the Zone were breaking into the market. And as any disruptive business, you have to overspend. And sometimes you make decisions that aren't based on the valuation of that fighter. But now, we don't have to overspend anymore because we've established a quality brand, a great platform, and we know the business now and the numbers. And now we have to make decisions based on the value of that fighter. And to sign Crawford right now, unless you were putting him in a fight that delivered a huge amount of subs, you're just spending money to make a fight that Bob's been making. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel sorry for Bob, but sometimes, but I do, because he's lost a lot of money on Terence Crawford. But
so, shout out to Champ Side. Y'all know what it is. Press 1. Hey, boy, I love when that dude say that. Let me say something real quick. And this video that Champ Side had with Eddie Hearn exposes the real of why this fight has not been made, and I've been trying to convey this to y'all all the time. And a lot of y'all people that enjoy boxing and watch boxing, a lot of y'all don't own your own business, so you don't understand profitability, you don't understand numbers, you don't understand investing, and I get it, so I don't even take it personal. But this video basically breaks down of why the fight has not been made. It's not that Terence Crawford is scared. It's not that Errol Spence is scared. When it comes to profitability and numbers, Errol Spence has the numbers, period. So no one has an issue with putting money behind Errol Spence in a fight, okay? Especially with the top tier. You look at his last 3 fights, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Mikey. And he had a potential fight with Pacquiao. But the eye situation. You're going to win financially, profitability. You're in business to make a profit. I hate that boxing has came to the point of it's all about the business, but at the same time, we got to think about how many boxers have retired broke. How many champions have retired broke? So one thing I love that Floyd Mayweather did is that he stopped letting the people he gave people the blueprint of the individuals that's taking all the pain, breaking their bodies down to have a future after boxing. So I get it. I support it. That's the one thing I love about Floyd Mayweather outside his boxing, is that now he showed boxers the blueprint of how to retire and at least have something to show for it. How many champions do we have that are broke, don't have any money, can't even support their families? So I get it. So y'all forget that the only reason this fight has not been made is because of the business. Bob Arum has been losing money. That's no shade to Terence Crawford. Well, it is, because it's his responsibility to, in a sense, to promote himself and to be responsible for his name and his brand. outside of his promoter, right? So if you are continuing to lose money, but you have somebody on the contract, so you gotta put him in fights to try to make some type of profit, because you have him on paper and you expect to have these fight dates, and you have a budget for this individual, and then you're investing so much money, plus you had the whole deal with ESPN, he just can't drop him. So listen, it's about the business, y'all. It's not that Errol Spence is scared. It's not that Terence Crawford is scared. It's about the business. And I don't understand for the life of me why y'all people can't get that in y'all head of why this fight has not been made. It's man down season, strap season, Team Spence to the, you know what it is. I ain't got to say that. Shout out to Champ Side again for that wonderful interview.